I'm going to teach you how to use the biggest weapon you have, your mind. Howdy. This is the second pre-writing exercise we're going to do, and we're going to do it a little bit differently than we did it last time. Every time we do this, I'm going to try to give you another tool to put in your toolbox. So, let's try out some cognitive mapping. So we've already done one pre-writing exercise that was a simple variation on the standard brainstorming. Get it? Brainstorming. Uh-huh. One of the reasons we're doing these pre-writing is I want to give you the opportunity to see several ways of planning out your stuff. I want you to be able to figure out what works for you so you can most effectively get your ideas down. And each time I'm going to show you something slightly different. And this time we're going to do something that's called cognitive mapping. Don't worry, it's not as difficult as it seems. As far as the procedure, you start with a piece of paper or a screen or whatever, and you draw a circle near the center of it, and in that circle, write the subject of your essay. You can also do this paragraph by paragraph if you want to, but we're talking overall form now. When you do that, the next step is to, in a ring around the main circle, write down the main parts or subtopics within that big main topic. What are the big things you want to talk about? Then you will circle each of those and draw a line connecting them to the main circle in the middle. Think of other ideas, facts, or issues that relate to each of the subparts. Circle them and draw lines connecting them to the relevant subpart. Repeat this process until you run out of ideas. And what this is going to allow you to do is to put together a map, a visual map on how everything fits together. This is a straightforward look at it, a straightforward picture of it, but the connections probably are going to get a little bit more complex than this. You might find out that this subtopic over here really ties to this subtopic down here. So then you'd have to draw a line connecting them. Let's see an actual example. Let's say all you knew was that you wanted to write about drinking. Well, that's going to be a big book, so you have to find ways to narrow it down. Drinking, first level. Second level is the aqua color, where you have several possible ideas. And you can see that in this particular picture, some of these are striking more things in the writer's mind than others. Drinking and driving has 4 things. Teenage drinking has 3 things. Alcoholism has 4 things. And you could probably even connect some of the things in teenage drinking with alcoholism. I know that this writer probably isn't all that interested in the legal drinking age debate. Well, good, because I don't really want to see it myself. But this is a way to get an idea of where you're having your most thoughts and how they work. Let's say, though, you want to do something more complex as a subject. Say you're interested in the giant debate around political correctness. I should take a second here to tell you that looking for an image for political correctness made me more angry than anything I've had it make me angry in a long, long time. Do a Google search and you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, since it's a complex area, there's a lot of things you could possibly write about. This person has the politically correct as their center item, then branches out for history, examples, reasons for, arguments against, what it is, and you see there's lots of thoughts. What I like about this is there are connections between them. Arguments against, freedom to speak your mind. Contrasts it with freedom to be left alone, and they're actually connected in that way. Arguments against doesn't change thought. Argument for, people shouldn't offend others. connection, only speech changes. And you see the bit here when it compares gender equality in language with the specific examples of which ones work better, which ones don't. There's connections all over the place. And this really gives the writer a chance to see where their interests lie. Yeah, but it also gives them a chance to explore the structure a lot more, to start to think about how these things are going to fit together. I would think that once you finish one of these and let it sit for a while, the next step would be to make a copy and start crossing stuff out so you can start moving towards an outline. Now, so this is what you're going to do for your subject. You're going to follow the procedure. Draw a circle in the center, write your subject, do a ring with subtopics, do subtopics around those, repeat until you run out of ideas. Then let it sit for a little while, come back and see if you can add to it. And if you can do that 2 or 3 times, you might be surprised at just how much stuff you can develop. Whenever we have one of these, the important thing that I want you to keep in mind is that this is a possible tool for you to use. If you find value in it, employ it again. If you don't really think it works all that well for you, dump it and move on to something else next time. Just keep experimenting, figure out different ways to work, because you never know when you might need a change of brain usage. See you in the next video.